Thank you. Good evening. In 1988, my life changed forever when I made my movie debut. I was chosen to play the role of Tracy Turnblad in a John Waters movie called Hairspray. Thank you. I also had the opportunity to work with the great Sonny Bono in that movie. And tonight I have the honor, almost 20 years later, to pass the torch to another Tracy Turnblad in her first cinema role. Her name is Nikki Blonsky, and I am pleased to be here for her Rising Star Award.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but they altered the words to say the blacker the berries, the sweeter the Jews, just for this crowd. So it's all about us. Jew power. Nice. Hi. A year and a half ago, I was charged with the extraordinary task of finding something of a needle in a haystack, so to speak. I had just been hired to direct the new film adaptation of the musical Hairspray. And what with the rabid fan bases of the original John Waters version, the phenomenon that was the Tony-winning Broadway musical, and the extremely high hopes from the studio, they were gunning for me like I was a new media residual check at a Writers Guild negotiations meeting. Nightmare. In fact, all that my new boss, Bob Shea, said to me was, and this is the truth, "Congratulations, don't f it up." Well, that's literally a quote. Well, finding an actor to play the beating heart and soul of the movie, Tracy Turnblad, seemed to scare everyone else kind of the most. This was going to prove to be a pretty big wig to fill, right? The casting director saw over 3,000 candidates from every English-speaking country in the world. I was super specific about what I wanted. I wanted a real teenager who is completely unknown, so no one had any baggage about her, who is authentically a girl of a certain weight, with a smile that could light up Baltimore, with a giant voice and a joy of spirit, and she also had to be a great dancer. Hey, I figured if they found me, she was out there, right? Well, when casting directors David Rubin and Richard Hicks sent me the audition of a beautiful, cherubic 17-year-old, she immediately grabbed my attention. She loved her body. She glowed with confidence, and she clearly yearned to just get out there and perform. She was magic, and after seeing hundreds of girls, she was the only one that stuck with me. Her name was Nikki Blonsky. She worked in an ice cream store, which I thought was very Lana Turner. I like that. She had just been doing her high school musical, which was freakishly Carmen. Who does Carmen in high school? Very weird. After grueling months of auditions, screen tests against the other best candidates, I made the decision. The little ice cream scooper from Great Neck was going to star in Hairspray, never having had a professional acting job, and with a supporting cast that featured John Travolta, Michelle Pfeiffer, Queen Latifah, Chris Walken, Allison Janney. I'm sorry. Zach. That was planned. And of course, her newly legendary first screen kiss, Zac Efron. Hey, it was no problem, right? As it turns out, it was no problem. It was a joy. And that 17-year-old who taught me not only to be a better director, she taught me to be a better man. She's a bottomless well of talent and a kind, generous friend and daughter, and she's the hardest working actor I have ever known. Yet she gives what we all strive for, a natural, effortless-seeming performance. Her future is as limitless as her abilities, and more importantly, I couldn't be prouder to know her. She's an inspiration and a role model to millions of young women, just as Ricky was, and is, to everyone who's ever felt like they were on the outside looking in, which is pretty much everybody at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Blonsky.